When I first started getting involved in giving khutbah, many years ago, I decided that I was influenced by certain people who said that if you dress in like a suit and a tie, or you dress like Western clothing, a t-shirt or shirt, whatever, this is the way the kuffar dress. This is not the way of the Muslims. This is not the way of the salihin, etc., etc. You should dress like, the Muslims. And the idea of dressing like the Muslims was dressing like an Arab, and not the Arab of ancient times, because they didn't wear thobes like we wear now. You understand? If they wore thobes then, they couldn't ride a horse. You understand that, right? And you don't run in a battlefield with thobes like these. How are you going to run? These steps? How are you going to run in a battlefield with a sword? That's not what they wore back then. But we have this cultural thing that if you're more Islamic, you're going to dress a certain way. And I was influenced by that. So I had a turban and I had a thobe and I had the whole look, the whole. I used to, in Long Island, I walk out sometimes and some people say, man, oh man, that guy looked like Jesus. Like I got that sometimes, right? But you know what happened? I would give a khutbah and I was like 23 years old. And I'm giving a khutbah. And I'm not a holy person, but people elder men are coming up to me, 60, 70-year-old men, 80-year-old men are coming up to me, trying to kiss my hand, trying to get me shaking, almost in ruku, trying to shake my hand. And then bringing their children to me for me to pat their heads and to make dua for them. And I got disturbed by this entire scene. Like, man, I'm going to finish khutbah, pray my sunnah, and I'm going to play basketball with some guys outside. And then we're going to go eat some pizza. Like, I'm just a regular person who just happened to give this khutbah because I was asked to give a khutbah. I'm not a holy saint or whatever you guys are making me out to be, right? Pretty soon I'm going to be wearing a t-shirt and some sneakers and astaghfirullah al-azim. But the garb was actually enough for someone to say, oh my God, this is someone of taqwa just walked in. Like, there's so much nur on it. That's not nur, bro. That's just a costume. That's just clothes. And I'm not criticizing Arab clothing or a turban or none of those things. But those clothings belong to a culture. Listen, if you lived in the time of the Prophet, if there was a time machine and you traveled immediately from right now to Makkah in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, and Abu Jahl came out of his house with a beard, with a thobe, with a turban on, you would say, MashaAllah, Shaykh. That's what they look like. But we have this thing about a certain appearance is actually holy, and another kind of appearance isn't. Clothing, doesn't matter which culture it comes from, doesn't determine whether or not you have taqwa. The clothing in our religion has guidelines. There's no guidelines. Don't dress like an American. Don't dress like an Australian. Don't dress like Canadians are kind of okay. And dress. And so that the guidance of Allah, the guidelines, what is awra, what should be covered, what conditions should be met, those conditions are met. Now dress in a Chinese outfit, dress in a Bengali outfit, dress in an American. Who cares? The conditions are met. Islam came to liberate us from artificial standards of holiness.